If I tell you something that is not true, I am responsible for that. And when I am not honest with you, you do not trust me anymore. This is deep. This is serious. We have a book talking about it. Watch part of this book. 3, 2, 1. Today, my favorite rule. Rule number 8. Tell the truth. Or at least, don't lie. What should you do when you don't know what to do? Tell the truth. This is the simplest answer. Hello, my friend. How are you? Talk to me. Are you okay? Yes or no? Okay. Sometimes you talk to me mentally. Please speak. Listen to your voice speaking English. Today we analyze the news. How can we understand the general idea? How can we spot the specific information? The headlines will call your attention, and the writer, the journalist, or the person who is posting something, because these days the news evolved. In the past, news were only printed, and we accessed the news through a newspaper. These days we have news online, we have news shared through video. We have an infinite possibilities. We're going to see these different sources of information. And I start this class reading part of this book here called The Stillness is the Key by Ryan Holiday. Fantastic book. He says, find trust, avoid the ego. Do you know the story of David and Goliath? In this part of the book, he mentions this story. He says, the trust of David came from experience, not ego. He had survived worse things, and he had solved them with his own hands. David knew his strengths, but he also knew his weaknesses. When he received the armor, he said, I cannot walk with it. I'm not used to this. He was ready to move forward with what we could call the truth conscience of himself, and of course, his faith. As Goliath, how did Goliath react to this small little challenger? As something, as someone with the ego up there. He left. Am I a dog, so you come against me with pieces of wood? Screamed Goliath. Come here, he said. I'll give your meat to the birds and to the animals of the field. this arrogance would have a short life. David ran with all the speed he could towards Goliath, and with a estilingue on his hands. I don't know how to say that in English. With an estilingue on his hand and some stones on the other. In those fast seconds, Goliath must have seen the trust in the eyes of David, and he might have felt the fear for the first time. When he was taken by a stone against his head, he went to the floor, and he had his head cut by his own sword. If you believe this story or not, no problem. But this is a story where we see humility, faith, and ego, arrogance in practice. When you read something, be humble to accept the truth, and also be humble to accept the things that are not correct. Nowadays, there are thousands of fake news. And there are true news. Let's start. Release your body. We're going to stretch up. Cross your fingers and stretch up. Let's count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Release your body. Let's stretch forward now. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Now we're going to do this movement here. Up and down. Up and down. Let's go. 10 times and you count for us. Okay? Please start. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. All right. Now, let's breathe together. We breathe in, we hold, and we breathe out. This exercise increases our concentration. When you breathe out, relax the muscles of your face, okay? Breathe in. Breathe out. All right. Okay. Let's start. Are you prepared? Yes. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. Hello, my friend. Let's start with one of the most iconic headlines in history. I'll share my screen with you. Yes. Check this headline. King Elvis dead. This is August 17, 1977. Elvis Presley, the rock and roll king who thrilled millions, died alone yesterday, aged 42. A massive heart attack at mansion. He was felled by a massive heart attack and died in his mansion home before help could reach him. Elvis, who had been off for some time, was found by his road manager Joe Capanuba. The idol who had the whole world rocking. And then they mention about father and about drugs. See how the news is structured. Photo and shocking headlines. King Elvis dead. He was 42 and alone. A massive heart attack at mansion. I'm showing this newspaper to you to prove you that the news has always been trying to call our attention. They appeal for emotion. The title, the words, the writer, the journalist who is writing it wants to call your attention. Nowadays with internet, they want to call our click. Okay? Let's see another headline. And this one is bizarre. Have a look at this one. Cows lose their jobs as milk prices drop. Oh my goodness, let me try to read this. As his 100 dairy cows lumbered over for their Monday afternoon milking, farmer Eric Foster pondered his sudden misfortune. Those Holsteins and Jerseys, their breeds, profit machines during a recent milk boom, are now such money loss. With technology, the news have evolved. The media has innovated in their ways to present the news. One of the most famous source information is the New York Times, an American newspaper, and the NYT, the New York Times, published a small documentary about Malala Yousafzai. I have been with Malala once in Washington, D.C. We received this prize of Global Youth Ambassadors. She was there. She is phenomenal. Let's see how New York Times present this report about Malala. See here that we have a title, video, the making of Malala. And we have one headline saying, the story of the Pakistani schoolgirl who was shot by the Taliban after crusading for female education. And we have a call to action here. Online, we call it call to action. Here you have the QR code. This is a call to action that we leave so you can access our platform. When I say comment here, this is a call to action. When I say like this video, like this class, share it with your friends, these are calls to action. I am calling your action. Let's play part of this video here.
Dear friends, on the 9th of October 2012, the Taliban shot me on the left side of my forehead. They shot my friends too. They thought that the bullet would silence us, but they failed.
We told you about the 14-year-old girl in Pakistan who stood up against the Taliban so that girls could go to school.
Malala Yousafzai has been using the attack meant to silence her to raise awareness about her cause.
There is now a movement for Malala to receive the next Nobel Peace Prize.
I'm Adam Ellick, a reporter for the New York Times. That's me in 2009 when I made 2 documentaries about Malala before she was a star. This is the backstory. It's the story of a young girl, her ambitious father, and the media, and the role that we all played in her rise and in the tragedy that almost took her life.
When I saw her for the first time, a very newborn child, and I looked into her eyes, I fell in love with her, believe me. I love her. I love her.
Malala lived in the Swat Valley in northwest Pakistan. It's a place where only 1 out of 5 girls goes to school, and at the time, it was being overrun by the Taliban. She only spoke when spoken to, and when she did talk, she was articulate and poised.
I want to become a doctor. It's my own dream, but my father told me that you have to become a politician. But I don't like politics.
In the time I spent with the family, it became clear to me that her father, Zawdeen, was the most influential person in her life.
I have the greatest daughter ever born in the world.
Zia was a self-made man. He was a poet and an idealist, and also a man of contradiction.
Outwardly very beautiful, but inwardly broken, shattered into pieces.
He owned a girls' school, yet his wife was illiterate, and because of the conservative culture, she couldn't take part in my documentary.
In home, all the...
All right. You see, These are news being presented by a video. What's your favorite source of information? Comment here. 3, 2, 1. Hello, my friend. How to read the news. The producers, the writers want to call our attention. They want to call our clicks. That doesn't mean the news is bad. It means pay attention. How to read and understand the news. I wanted to show you that nowadays we interact with the news. In the past, we would read that newspaper, King Elvis' Dad, and the way we interacted with the news was talking to people. Nowadays, with online platforms, you can interact with the creator. You can interact with me. You can comment this video. You can send me a message on my cell phone. You can tell me, Felipe, you mentioned Elvis in your class and you could sing a song by Elvis, couldn't you? And my answer would be, of course, my friend, your wish is my command. 3, 2, 1. And now the end is near, and so I face the final curtain. My friend, I'll say it clear, I'll state my case, of which I'm certain. I've lived a life that's full. I traveled each and every highway, and more, much more than this, I did it my way. Regrets, I've had a few, but then again, too few to mention. I did what I had to do and saw it through without exemption. I planned each charted course, each careful step along the highway, and more, much more than this, I did it my way. Yes, there were times, I'm sure you knew, when I bit off more than I could chew. But through it all, when there was doubt, I ate it up and spit it out. I faced it all, and I stood tall, and I did it my way. Yes, you see? Your wish is my command, my friend. I'm here to serve you. And I wanted to show you the most commented videos on YouTube. And I searched for that. I got my cell phone. I don't know if you can read here. It's written 10 most commented video on YouTube in 2022. And I got the report. Let me see if I can share my screen with you. So then we see this together. Okay. 10 world's most commented video on YouTube. Let's go to the top 3. 3. Me at the zoo. Joel, one of the YouTube co-founders, uploaded this video in 2005. Whether it is the first uploaded video or not is a matter of dispute. But this 19-second video posted in April 2005 is the third most commented video on YouTube. He's talking about the trunks of elephants in the zoo. And then you may ask me, is it true? In this case, we can check because we have the video right here. Let's go. Me at the zoo.
Alright, so here we are in front of the elephants. The cool thing about these guys is that they have really long trunks, and that's cool. And that's pretty much all there is to say.
And Me at the Zoo, 232 million views, 17 years ago, 104. Is it right? Nah. No, let me go back. Go back. Oh my goodness, where's the video? Let's go back to the web page. Me at the Zoo. Yeah. 11 million comments. And then there is a comment here. If he uploads another video with the title, Me Leaving the Zoo, that will be the end of YouTube. The internet has its pearls, its diamonds. Now let's see the second most commented video on YouTube. BTS Dynamite official MV. This masterpiece dropped on August 2020 and won over 100 million views in just 24 hours. Let's see the video. Alright, comments 16 million. Now let's see the number one. Ye Saram Be Ma Besam by Amir Tatalu. A channel with a mere 525,000 subscribers has left every popular singer far away in the race to be at the top of the most commented video on YouTube. What's the video about? This video is a hip-hop rap genre song in Persian uploaded in August 2020. The craziest part is that more people kept commenting because it is the most commented video on YouTube, not because they truly loved the content. That's insane. Let's watch it.
خیلی وقتا میشه تنهایی به کوه رسید. یه کوه صبر، یه کوه سبز. نمونهش همین الان، مثل اون کوهی که از دور سبزه ولی کلی سیاهی و مور و ملخ تو خودش جا داده و پر از زوزه گرگ و ناله کفتار از دور بهت لبخند.
Had you ever imagined that during an English class you would hear a Persian rap? I had never thought of it either, my friend. So, pay attention. The news. Check the facts. You have the main idea on headline, first paragraph. You have specific info in the middle. And you have conclusion on the last paragraph. What's the funniest news you've seen? Comment here. 3, 2, 1. Hello, my friend. How are you doing? We're talking about how to read and understand the news, information that you receive, and it's essential to see, to understand, to know the difference between opinion and fact, between thoughts and real data. And when it comes to politics, people tend to share things they see. I receive something that is positive for my side. There is no side, man. We are in the same planet. We are one humanity. But sometimes we decide, no, I am against, normally we are against someone. We are not for that person. And then we share. Before sharing something, we must be responsible enough to stop and consider. Because fake news can do harm. This is one thing. Be careful before you share something. The second thing is we have the responsibility to be honest, to be open with people. This is a responsibility. If I tell you something that is not true, I am responsible for that. And when I am not honest with you, you do not trust me anymore. This is deep. This is serious. We have a book talking about it. Watch part of this book. 3, 2, 1. Today, my favorite rule. Rule number 8. Tell the truth, or at least don't lie. What should you do when you don't know what to do? Tell the truth. This is the simplest answer. Yes. If you can't say the truth, be silent. I love to see you here, my friend. 3, 2, 1. Hello, my friend. Yes, we're finishing one more class. Congratulations. You are the champion, my friend. Yes. So good to see your progress. Today we talked about the news, how the news evolved, how to understand what is being said, general idea, specific information. Before you share something, my friend, please check the facts. If you feel that you were obsessed with an idea or with something, try to practice the detachment. We have a class about it. Watch this, please. 3, 2, 1. What happens when I detach myself from the problems, from the things around me? The first thing is I allow the opportunities to come. Yes. All right. If you have questions, I am here to serve you. Comment here, like, participate, share this video with your friends. My mission is to see you speaking English. Thank you very much. I am Felipe Dib. See you next class.